Hello everybody, welcome to the Frugal Life with Mercedes. I am Mercedes. Today is a lovely morning, July 3rd of 2022, and today I have been debt-free officially for a year. I cannot believe that it's been a year. I posted about it on social media last year, but I posted about it later in the month. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that. It was a lot of hard work to become debt-free, and in the midst of becoming debt-free, I went through my divorce and the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. But also at the end of July will be the 1-year anniversary of my divorce being final. So July last year was a big month for me. And it's been a year, and it's like it's all come full circle. And what exactly have I done with being debt-free? I've been able to relax a lot. It felt really nice and to have those pressures off you. And I never was behind on any of my payments or anything like that. It's not like I ever had I never had anybody calling me asking where their payments were, and that's not me throwing shade to anybody that's had that happen, because everybody's situation is different. But even though I didn't have creditors and different things calling me and I could manage the payments, I can't even imagine what it would be like to be in a different situation where you really can't pay them. And so it was a great blessing and a great privilege that I was able to pay them off, and that I had the support of my family. As far as, you know, my family's not they're not those people that are like, oh, I know you're trying to pay off debt, but let's go on this extravagant vacation or something like that. So I had to put some boundaries down with some friends, but that's more because their lifestyles are different than mine. So I'm not the type to do certain things with my money, whether I'm debt-free or not, just because I don't believe in doing things just because other people around you are doing them, if it's not something that you'd really be interested in. So, but I've been saving money, and I've been able to do a couple of things for myself, because for a long time while I was paying off this debt, I wasn't really able to do anything. You know, I had to say no a lot, and there was a lot of things that I wanted to do that it was like I could afford to do them, but not make a large payment towards my debt. And for those of you guys that are curious or didn't know, I did use Dave Ramsey as a compass, but you know, for the true Dave Ramsey followers, I did not follow his method to a T. But I do believe that it's like nobody's my guru, so it's like, it's just like with anything in life, you have to do what works for you and your situation. And so I did use a lot of Dave Ramsey's techniques to pay off my debt. And really, if you guys follow me on Instagram, or if you see over in the community tab, I'm still doing a lot of selling of stockpile stuff. And the great thing about couponing as well is, you know, I get what I need, and I'm able to share with whomever I choose, and I can also sell the stuff. So the stuff that I sell, you know, I'm making money, but then you also have to remember, it's like I'm still having access to cheap laundry detergent and personal care items and all that, and it's been a big blessing to be able to do that as well. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about being debt-free, because I mentioned it the other day to my family, like, oh, it's going to be 1 year since I became debt-free, and my little sister was like, it feels like it was 5 years ago. And I was like, I know, doesn't it? Like it's hard to imagine a time before now. And that vigilance that I used in paying off debt, I had decided that after a year of paying off debt, then I would start that vigilance again with the saving up. So I have been saving, but not as vigilantly as I was paying off debt. So that's going to be my next goal, and really just, you know, keep doing that, because it never hurts to have a nest egg. And I am still currently living in my family home with my family, and that is a big blessing to me. And again, with the pandemic and the divorce and all that, it was even if I hadn't been paying off debt, this is where I would want to be. I want to be with my mother and my siblings, and you know, my whole family lives nearby. So this is where I feel like I need to be. And this is, you know, my mother, we do talk about when I don't live with them anymore, and my mother, you know, she's like, I'm not ready for you to go yet. And it's all in good boundaries and all that, but it's like, you know, it'll be a big change. And I'm content, and they're content, and it's working for us, and I feel safe here, and I'm able to be creative. There was just a long time, you know, I don't talk about my marriage all that much, but there was a long time where I didn't feel like I could be creative because just the energy of the situation. So it's like I'm really able to have my creative juices flowing and be able to focus on what I need to focus on. And even though I worked full-time, I was also a housewife essentially. You know, I did all the cooking and cleaning and shopping and all that. And I worked multiple jobs, and so it was like there was very little time for me to fill my cup and for me to take care of myself. And so it's like I didn't realize how emotionally and spiritually drained I was. And I'm a very creative person, and it's like I didn't realize how out of touch I was with that part of myself. And so it's like being able to sit in my mother's garden and read a book and just kind of meditate and have quiet time and just be able to do that has just been very healing. And it all goes together, you know. And so, but I never stop hustling. I never stop grinding. That's always there. I saw a friend of mine last week, and they were saying, like, you know, it's like your hustle never stops. It's like, and I was like, no, it doesn't. But I'm still able to have fun. And I know there's, you know, it's like there's usually two schools of thought. There are people that are like, hustle culture is toxic, and then there's other people that are like, oh, all you got to do is hustle, hustle, hustle. And to have that mix, and I like to keep busy, and it makes me feel proud and accomplished to keep busy. So so that's something that I'm constantly always, you know, trying to balance. And it's like, no, you don't need to do that today. And oh, and also, guys, if you guys see my selling of my stockpile items, I want you guys to know that that did not happen overnight. I started selling, and I was not selling anything, or, you know, it was like really building up that customer base and my reputation within the reselling community, at least in my area. that takes time, and you know, you really just have to, like, you have to put the time in, you have to put the energy in, and you have to know that it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen if you keep putting the work in. It's just like with anything. And I am in no way the best reseller in the world, but I show you guys those pictures not to brag. I show you guys those pictures to motivate you and to motivate myself, and it really helps motivate me, like, okay, look what I've done, and all the work and all that was worth it. So yes. So anyway, this is kind of like a front porch kind of talk, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, guys, bye.